Hi everybody, I'm here at Subway today. Just wanting to showcase that they have their new plant-based Beyond Meatballs. So exciting. I just want to do a little video quickly about all these plant-based or vegan options popping up here in Canada. It's a very exciting time. I've noticed a lot of debate online between vegans, which sucks. Debates are good, but I don't like seeing the negativity between vegans. I mean, we should all be banding together in different situations, but a lot of the thing I'm noticing, and you guys probably see it too, especially on Twitter, are vegans debating on whether you are vegan or not if you're eating these certain plant-based options at restaurants, especially fast food restaurants. So one I saw it a lot on was A&W's Beyond Burger. So they were kind of the first ones to really push the Beyond Burgers. They're doing a really great job at it. However, these burgers are grilled on the same grill as the meat burgers, and unless you ask them to clean it off, which like sometimes they will and sometimes they won't, depending on which location, you're definitely getting some major cross-contamination. Personally, for me, I find it really tough. I wouldn't eat at a place like that just because I don't consider that vegan if you're getting like major cross-contamination. Like there's literally cow on your veggie burger. But I would never, ever put it out there with my words that you're less vegan or you shouldn't be doing that or bashing A&W for these reasons. I just personally wouldn't eat it. A couple of years ago, somebody brought up a really good point, which really made me check a little bit of my own speciesism. And that was, they asked me if a restaurant was serving cats or dogs, but they had vegan options, or if they were serving even like human flesh, would you eat that at that restaurant? Would you eat their vegan option? And it was like really crappy because like, oh my gosh, no, I probably wouldn't. And that really kind of like clarified things for me, which is like, oh my gosh, like I consider myself like very vegan, but there's definitely like a little bit of that speciesist mentality in me. And is that because of the way I was brought up? And well, like I love pigs and I respect pigs and cows, but I would still go into a restaurant that's serving them. It's kind of a tough gray area because you want to always support these vegan options because you want to obviously show the demand for it. Another big one was A&W now also has veggie plant-based nuggets, which is so cool. It's so great that these options are popping up because for people that are like a little bit on the edge or just considering veganism or new to eating plant-based, obviously it's so nice to show them that they can still go out to these normal places where their friends are going and get a plant-based option. Again, these nuggets, I actually just got off the phone with A&W. They are deep fried in the same fryers as their chicken strips. So for me, yes, it's a great option, but for myself personally, I don't really consider those vegan in the way that there's literally chicken flesh and chicken juices mixed in with your veggie nuggets. Which is unfortunate because, of course, I'd love to go out and support that. I wouldn't support these items financially, but I would never not support them verbally, if that makes sense. So I'd never go onto Twitter and be like, oh, like, if you're eating these nuggets, like, you're not even vegan. I think it just doesn't do anything but kind of like hurt the movement that we've got going on here. Yeah, and I would say even in the last few years, like after that person spoke to me about that, I was like, oh shit. And I really decided that it was really actually tough for me to go into a restaurant where they're serving pig flesh or cow flesh or chicken flesh. And so I'm lucky in the way that in the past couple of years, there have been a couple vegan and vegetarian restaurants opening up in my city. And I think lots of cities are way farther ahead than mine. So now I actually have places to go. But it was very rare that I would go out and eat at a meat restaurant, even to support their vegan options, because if they were cooking human flesh or dog flesh or cat flesh, I couldn't do it. But I think it's very important for people that if that doesn't bother them too much to support those options, because we need to show a demand. Restaurants aren't going to turn vegan overnight, or fast food places will never turn vegan overnight, and that's won't be foreseeable unless they can feel the support and see the money in their pockets from the vegan options that they are putting out there. So I'm definitely very grateful for A&W for really pushing that. I mean, every A&W you drive by, it'd be Beyond. Another great one was Tim Hortons, and another example, so Tim Hortons, they released a Beyond Burger. Their buns weren't vegan, so I couldn't go for that, and neither could other vegans, but they did have a breakfast sandwich on a corn bread sandwich bun, and they were Beyond sausage, and those were so good. They were not cross-contaminated. They had them in a little heater. They didn't have them on a grill or anything, so that was like such a great option to be able to go buy and grab, and a great another great example for people that are kind of on the edge, that were thinking about going vegan, to do it, because if they go out for coffee with their friends, awesome, they can grab something. They don't have to feel like the odd one out or that they're different. So yeah, that's kind of my views on all these vegan options coming out. Would I eat some of them myself personally? Definitely not. Would I ever say anything negative about them to other people or judge other people for eating them? Absolutely not. I'm so happy they're out there, and it's showing the demand, and it's showing that veganism is growing. We have major chains like Subway putting a Beyond Meatball sub. Like, that's so cool. And we need to go out there if we feel comfortable and support them. And definitely with the with Subway, once I had a guy making my sandwich, and he had just touched pig flesh. He had just put ham on a sandwich, and then he opened up my bun, this is a couple years ago, with the same gloves, and he's like pressing the bread down. And I told him, I'm so sorry, but like I can't eat that now, which is wasteful and sucks, but if you know that ahead of time, like I just told you, just go in, when you go in, ask them to nicely, politely, to please change their gloves before making your sandwich, and they'll do it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Head out to Subway, hit them up, vegan meatball subs, yeah!